some time ago. Actually, it's been years. I showed that space you're seeing there, which is actually a kind of escape bunker. I made a video and you guys really liked it since I was a younger, slimmer guy and quite different. A lot of people asked me to record and show how it is now after all this time. How is that bunker? And today I'm going to show you. We're going to access the bunker through the stairs over there on the side, and I'll show every detail of the things that are up there. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget you need to subscribe so you can get more videos. There are a lot of videos here talking about survival, gear, knives. There's a lot of cool stuff here. So subscribe to the channel so you can watch the other videos too. Also leave a like so I can bring more videos like this one, alright? Let's go take a look. So for us to go up, there's this ladder that's attached to this wardrobe, these really old wooden wardrobes, so it's really strong. So I attached the ladder right here. So you can see that it's something really well hidden. Anyone who looks at it thinks it's just one of those little doors that people struggle to reach the top part to mess with the electrical stuff, right? But actually, up there, there's a kind of bunker. So I'm going to go up now and we'll see what's inside. We've arrived and are up here. Sorry if it's a bit echoey. There's no way to really avoid that because these are closed spaces, but I think you'll still be able to hear just fine. Okay? I'll close the bunker now to improve it and help us understand. Let me do it. Alright. Look, this lid is fixed to the floor, so when I step on it, it won't fall down. So when we close it, this area also has this space so you can step on it or lie down. Personally, I've slept up here a few times. It's not very comfortable because of the size, but you can sleep here. I have slept here before. I think even two people can sleep up here without any problems. This light you're seeing is coming from two tiles that I opened here. I always open these two tiles to have some air circulation and also an escape route, since that's exactly the purpose of this bunker here. You can hide if the house is being invaded, and if they happen to stay in the house, you can escape through here. That's the basic idea of the bunker. Now let's see how it works. I'll try to give you a 360 here so you can get a better idea of what the environment is like. Look, here's the first wall. There are some pictures. Then there's a cabinet up here, another cabinet. And here there's this bigger cabinet which is really big down here. I store more things here. In a bit I'll show you each of the things and keep turning a little more. Here there's another cabinet, here's my noteboard, and there's also a small table, really small, with some books and a few things. And here there's a kind of wardrobe to hang some clothes, and here I have some nails and a rack to hang backpacks. So there are several backpacks hanging here. If I ever need to evacuate, there won't be any shortage of space to carry things. The floor is made entirely of old doors. I used wood, doors made from milk wood. So it's really sturdy. Why doesn't all of this fall down? Because the ceiling here at home is built differently from the ceilings in conventional houses. Usually the support that holds up the ceilings in houses is made of aluminum, but in this house, my father did it differently. He used wood throughout the whole house. These are pieces of wood about this thick, held in place in the corner by various supports. For example, a rod connects the roof and the wood, and boards are supported by wood pieces holding up the ceiling. So because of that, everything doesn't fall down, but of course you can't overdo it and have 4 people up here because I don't think it would hold. Mainly, it doesn't fall either because there's a wall right under this line, and that's the part where I spend most of my time. When I'm up here, I always sit by the wall to avoid risks. During the day, it's insanely hot in here, so you can see that I'm even sweating a little, and still with the window open up there, and it's not even hot today. So this isn't a very viable place to stay during the day, it's more for staying at night. But of course, in an emergency situation, you don't really have much choice anyway. So I took advantage of all this space, which obviously isn't used, between the roof and the ceiling, and made a nice place. There are some pieces of equipment here, I'll show them to you, but these pieces of equipment aren't always here. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. I brought them because I'm going to record an interview in a few days I think tomorrow or the day after, I'll record an interview talking about this topic for a local television station here. So I brought the equipment to show this bunker as well. So I took the opportunity to show it to you guys. Let's start here with the cabinets. Up here, there's a cabinet where I keep some of the work I've done. So here are some clay pots. They're not regular pots. I'm not sure if they work. I've never used them. They're just pieces I made. Here, for example, there's a seed collection. If I need to, I can grow some things here. I also have a rock collection here that I keep stored. There's a photo over there, my canteen, and here's my survival kit with the knife. It's a pretty complete kit. With this, I can already manage pretty well. There's a purification kit here for water filtration. Here is my Gamo AF 10 pistol. It's a pellet gun, not a firearm, because I don't have permission to use that kind of equipment. There's also a first aid kit here and 2 knives, which I'll make a video about this weekend since I'm here at my parents' ranch, so I brought them. This is the SCV, one from the Sobrevivencialismo channel. It's ready. There will be a cool video about it too. Maybe it's already out. If it is, check it out. The channel here is MANIFACO. This is a knife. This is the second edition of the MANIFACO knife, which is the knife from the channel. A very tough handmade knife made by me, and I guarantee you it's the cheapest handmade knife you'll find on the market right now. Here it is. There's a little paracord bracelet with several things. Survival. I have here some ways to make fire. These 2 here, I always keep them here. It's always 2 fire starters, stoves. This stove here uses wood, but it's not very efficient. It also has a small can inside and another can on the outside, a little bigger. So what we do is put wood in here, and the air should theoretically come in from underneath here. And there are also 2 rods here which are placed on top to hold the pot. But this doesn't work well. You really need good firewood for it to work. But it's here exactly because of that. Because I made it. I didn't like it very much. It works, okay, but I didn't really like its efficiency. So I ended up leaving it here and here. There's another stove, which is a paraffin stove. So basically there's a little container inside with some. There are some things that hold it up here on top, made of metal, which I also made. And you can put the pot on, light one of these paraffin things here, leave it lit, and you can cook things. And my old trusty wood stove, that's the one I like the most, the one I use the most. I brought it, it's here too, but this one doesn't stay here. Obviously I also have up here, which always stays here, some documents in case I need to leave quickly. So of course I already have the documents here. That's it, and this is just decoration. A friend of mine made it. Down here is where I store food, but I haven't really done much with it yet. Actually, in the last video we had exactly the same things you're seeing here. That's because people don't live here. Obviously, if I lived here, there would be a lot more things I'd be storing. But since I only come here once a month, at most twice a month, yeah, there's not much stuff, so the jars are here. When I move back here again, I'll definitely use this equipment. So I leave them stored here, but here there are, these cookies are here. I think they've been stored here for about 4 or 5 years, somewhere around that. The video is about 2 years old, and they had been there for 2 years before that, so it's likely been 4 or 5 years. So if you want, I can try it, or I can teach you how to make this cookie here. You see how it looks really good? Still, I don't know, I haven't tried it. I'm wanting to open the jar now, but if you want, just ask in the comments. I'll make a video trying this one, which is already 5 years old, and teaching you how to make this cookie here. This cookie is tasty and lasts a long time. This is really cool. There's also a fire making kit here that I got from a channel subscriber. I need to make a video. I've been watching this video for a long time, so here it is. I brought it this time. Maybe I'll be able to record it. It's right here. I put this bamboo up here to dry, but it started to get bored, so I probably can't use it much. There's also a net here that's broken. It needs to be fixed. It has 2 bolts. We're going to need to make a shelter, and there's also a bunch of rope here to tie things up and build a shelter. There's something we have a lot of in here. This is usually used. When I go camping around here, I bring some tent poles with me because I replaced the poles from my tent and left the others here. So if I put together, for example, this top with these poles and the ropes, I can make a nice tent with these things. Up here, look, I have some things that are my specialties and masteries from the Pathfinders Club. I write them here so I don't forget which I have. There are a few I still need to add. But anyway, here are some braiding techniques. Look, this one is the circular braid. Here is the square braid and the regular braid. There's a lot of cordage here for sewing or making shelter, and there are also more little cords. Here's a cool bone. I would really like to know what kind of bone this is. I found it some time ago and have kept it here. If anyone knows, please let me know. I have no idea what this is. I think it might be from a dog. There's this one here that I kept to use as ammunition. I think this is some kind of bearing. There are some heavy, sturdy metal objects here, and using one in a slingshot could cause serious damage. And over here on this side, there's a car that has more stuff. There are a lot of bottles up here. Some of them have supplies inside, like this one, which has rice. This one here is full of, what's the name of this thing? It's good. I shredded this here. It's the best bait I've ever seen on the face of the earth. Any little spark catches, unfortunately, it goes out very quickly, but for any little spark for you to start, a flint campfire spark is excellent. There are bottles, ropes, and an empty sheath without a knife up here for her. There are some things here like a lighter, a whistle, lip balm. There's more sewing thread, matches, candles, a cup inside, and some more stuff too. A mini sewing machine. Check out this leather sheath I made. It's real leather, made by us here in the countryside. We dry the leather after we butcher the cow. I've already taught this process here on the channel. If you want to see it, just look it up. It's there. I'm teaching you how to do it. Tanning the leather, and after it's tanned, I do this kind of work here like this sheath. Over here I have several knots that I keep stored because we don't always remember all of them. So here it is, for those who don't understand knots either. Just look at this board, pick a knot, and try to make it. I think you can already learn a lot from this, so here it is. This is from a camp I did, which was really cool. It was the Extreme Mission. This one, I think it was the 2.0. I don't remember exactly, but I think there's a video on the channel about this type of camp. It might not be this one, but there's one from 2017 or 2018 if I'm not mistaken. There's one here too. Books, notebooks, you know, a Bible and things like that. A small speaker I put here, along with some DVDs below. When we have an empty space, we end up filling it with junk. That's how it is. Here are some clothes hanging, 2 vests. Look, this one is from an event I took part in. It was a summer school for kids. I was one of the teachers. It was really cool. This is the annual Caleb Mission event. It's really cool and I always participate. This is a scarf from a Kampuri, and here are the backpacks. The most durable one I have is this one, which is the backpack that came with my tent. The tent I always use at camps, that Canadian tent. It came inside here. But since I found this one too bulky and big, I switched it to another bag and left this bag here. There are several backpacks. Mission backpack, Caleb, school backpack, and some caps. There's a lot of stuff. Besides that, I also have a power outlet here, so I can plug something in like a fan if I'm here during the day, for example. There's a lamp up here. We can stay here at night and move around easily, but you can't stand up. Look, I'm on my knees right now, and I'm really close to the roof, so you can't stand up here. Because, let's be honest, right? It's the space between the ceiling of the house and the roof. There's no room to stand up here. If the roof were that high, the house would probably look ugly, right? But anyway, this is my bunker. I hope you guys liked it. Obviously, this isn't a nuclear bunker or anything like that. It's an escape bunker. His strategy is this. If you're inside your house and it's invaded, this is a place where you can hide and it's harder for criminals to find you. So it's a place like that. For me, being in an escape situation, it's a bunker made for that, right? So if you liked it, don't forget, man, please leave a like on the video. It's really important. And please, guys, let's subscribe to the channel. We're close to 20,000 subscribers and need to reach that milestone this year. Hashtag Manifaco 20K in 2019, okay? Let's not wait any longer to hit this mark. So come on, subscribe quickly, share this video so more people can see this thing here. Cool, and of course leave your video suggestion in the comments because I'm always reading them and sharing my experiences with you. I'm Manifaco. See you next video. Thanks.